Hey, welcome back. Today is our second video in the Victorinox Battle series of knives. If you haven't seen the first video on the Battle of Morgarten knife, go back and check that out. If you have, stay tuned and we'll check out the Battle of Laupen. The Battle of Laupen was fought in June of 1339 between Bern and its allies on one side, Freiburg together with feudal landholders from the country of Burgundy, and Habsburg territories on the other. Because of this conflict, the relations of Bern and the Swiss Confederacy tightened, resulting in Bern's permanent accession in 1353. This is also the first battle that the White Cross was documented as being used as a field sign worn by Swiss combatants. Released in 1984, the Battle of Laupen Collector's Edition is the second member of the Swiss Battle series, commemorating the Battle of Laupen and honoring the canton of Bern. So as we see here, we get our standard black wooden display case here. We get the cardboard covering with matching serial number, and then with this knife we also get the information booklet in a couple of different languages here, and I will type this information in the description box below if you would like to read that. Okay, so we'll open our box here. We get our first look at that knife, which is a 91mm 3-layer knife featuring Black Cellidor scales and carries a tool configuration very close to the Victorinox Camper model. And then being 3 layers wide, I believe that puts us right at about 9/16 of an inch scale to scale. Then we get our certificate of authenticity, just like with the previous models. And then we'll get our look at our knife. So I'm going to close this main blade for just a moment. As we look around, we do not see key ring or anything of that sort. We do pick up a scale tool. We'll check that out here in a moment. But we get our 4-turn fluted corkscrew. And our serial number of 5585 out of the 9,999 made. And then again, we get our year of production stamped on that aluminum liner of 1984. Get our standard reamer awl, no sewing eye, sharpened edge. Get our standard opening layer with the can opener that also serves as a Phillips screwdriver. Get the cap lifter, wire bender, and stripper, hollow ground screwdriver. And again, no 90-degree stop because we're a 1984 knife. We get the wood saw. 29 tooth, right weighted, non-polished. And we get the older style of spring there. So I'm still trying to figure out that 79 supposed bump, because it doesn't seem to jive across the board. Get our main blade with the Laupen, however you say that, etched on the blade there, the year of 1339, and then we get the canton of Bern crest there. And then for tang stamp, we get my saw sticking up there. We get Victorinox Switzerland stainless Rossfry. We take note of the size of the V. The officer Suisse with the bow and arrow plus sign that touches on the back. That's a 1976 to 1986 tang stamp. We get the standard main blade. Excuse me, pen blade. I don't know why I keep wanting to call that a main blade, but it's pen blade. And then the only skill tool that we get is the toothpick. Obviously, because the top scale has the inlay in it. And then I forgot to mention on this one, but we do have the Victorinox logo moved to the back. And then we get that very detailed inlay, which this one's a little bit crowded to me, but still very nicely done. And that is depicting the Swiss on the right outside the town of Laupen, carrying the Bernese banner, since the attack on its territory ignited the war. And one more look at that etching on the main blade. And that pretty much does it for this knife. So if you like these videos, thumbs up, subscribe below, and as always, I appreciate your time. Stay tuned and be nice to one another.